will see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Right back to the well. Powers through the defender. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. And throws off the RPO. Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to the toss. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. That's caught, it's Brown. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll give it to the back. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. On the run, still looking. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And the Tigers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Caught near the sticks, it's Anderson. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Clock stops, we have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. He's at the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Look, a lot of time left. there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Dura. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. To the air on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They're working that left side. He's loose. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Looking to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
How in the world did he miss that? 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and the returner goes down. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. That's caught. It's Wingo. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Starting to feel a little pressure. Throwing on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Keeps it on the draw. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
From the gun, running back gets the give. LSU will get a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires left. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and well, it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first.
Turning it on! Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And after that long completion for their first down. Did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Snares it outside, it's Durham. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. LSU quick to the line. Might be changing the route. Snap from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. First down and more. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Fit it in the window for the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After the touchdown, if they could get this 2, we'll have a tie ball game. He's looking to throw. He makes the grab for the 2 and ties the game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Going to swing it on second down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it down the left side. A big, explosive play by this offense, and if you want to control the fourth quarter, might as well go in with momentum like that. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. Runs through a tackle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
The give to the back.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just know where to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. To the air, it's Manning. A little release to the back. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
The Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Trying to get the corner. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They are penned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. The give to the tailback. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
And every offense is different. The 2-minute drill looks different for everybody. Slipping the run in there, sometimes it can be good, but you can't do that much more with that clock ticking out.
The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Finds his tight end. Open space at the 25. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Gonna take a shot. And this will be picked off, a costly turnover in a tie game. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. Reels it in down the left side. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on first down. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Going up top. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. And the Longhorns have it with a first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway will put the finishing touches on this one.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Defense has its back against the wall as they try to extend this game and force another overtime. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wideout. The give to the back. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Now third down, and they just don't want to move backwards to give their kicker a chance to win an OT. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Now he's looking to throw it. Trying to find the end zone. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT.
And it's not an accident. they're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end.